Hey, Muppet fans, this is Joe Hennes from toughpigs.com, and we are here with another Conversations with Muppet Friends. And today our Muppet friend is an old friend, a new friend, a dear friend. It is
home for the holidays.
You are back for the holidays. It's Anthony Strand. Hello, Anthony.
Hi, Joe. Yeah, it's me, Anthony. You might know me from the Moving Right Along podcast that we do here on Tough. I know Joe knows me. Viewers might know me from that, but you don't see my face very often. So there it is.
No, you should put your face on more episodes of your podcast. That's how. That's the face. That's the one. So as we're recording this, the Muppet Show has just launched on Disney Plus, and we got Muppet Show on the brain. It's a pretty good show, right?
It's great.
Yeah,
it's my favorite show.
What's the first episode that you watched?
I watched George Burns this morning.
Yeah, how did that go for you?
It's great. I didn't want to do it, but I did it. I have such a fond memory of watching that one on Nickelodeon as a kid. So I just had to fire it up and watch Gonzo Fiddle while George Burns.
Man, a great choice. I mean, it's hard to go wrong.
How about you? Did you watch any yet?
Not yet, because I've been busy, actually reporting on this news up for Tough Pigs. We've got a lot going on over there. But I definitely plan on wasting my afternoon away with lots and lots of Muppet Show. It's going to be great. By the time this video episode airs, I'm sure I'll have watched quite a bit.
You will have watched all of them.
All of the Muppet shows. It's done. In any case, we, Anthony, you and I have a lot in common in regards to our tastes.
That is accurate.
In addition to our love of Muppets, you and I also love superheroes and comic books. And like people in the world really love superheroes and comic books right now, or at least comic book movies.
Yeah, I was going to say they should love comics more than they do, maybe.
Maybe. So we thought that it would be really fun to celebrate the Muppet Show by having a go at the Muppet Wiki's random Muppet Show episode button. And as we go through each of these random Muppets, we are going to assign them, cast them as some of our favorite superhero or supervillain characters. Mm-hmm. How interesting is this going to be?
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be nonsensical.
Yeah, it's going to be real dumb. Also, you and I are both DC Comics guys, which, notoriously has much worse movies than the Marvel folks. So, I guess we're going to go really obscure. That's my guess. Characters people maybe have not seen in their favorite Guardians of the Galaxy or Thor Ragnarok or what have you.
Right.
All right. So I'll start. I'm going to put in the Muppet Wiki's random Muppet Show character button. And our first character is Big Tiny Tall Saddle.
Okay, so Big Tiny Tall Saddle is the remind me, he's the radio station manager in the Johnny Cash episode, correct?
Correct, yes.
So he's like a little guy with a big booming voice.
Yeah, he's got a big Jerry Nelson voice. He's got a mustache and a bright orange 10-gallon hat and a bright green shiny costume. Because he's like a glam glam cowboy, I guess.
So he's like a tiny little glam cowboy with a booming voice.
He's not really tiny. He's like a normal sized dude. He's big tiny.
He's just big tiny. That's just his name.
Big Tiny Tall Saddle. Yeah.
Okay, so he's like a glam cowboy.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's got to be the Two Gun Kid, right? The Marvel hero. Sure.
Yeah. Two Gun Kid. Because he's kind of an antagonist, and I've always got stupid DC Comics people on the brain. I was thinking Terra Man.
So you have to explain who Terra Man is. Though.
I'd rather not. Terra Man is just like this bad guy he's kind of like a down home country boy, but he's got all this is it future tech or apocalypse tech? I don't recall. I don't know. Yeah, he's basically like a supervillain incel, I think. Yeah.
That's what you think Big Tiny Tall Saddle would be. All right. So moving on.
Yeah, go for it.
My first one that I got here is Walter Tell.
Walter Tell. Is he the one who shoots an arrow at his son?
He's the son.
He's the son. William Tell shoots the arrow, and Walter Tell
is his son.
Who takes an arrow through the head. Correct. And eats the apple off his head.
And this is in the Alice Cooper episode.
Right, of course. Ooh, gosh, who is it that would take an arrow through the head? I mean, I guess my first thought would be like from the Sandman comics. You know, there's Cain and Abel is just continually murdered over and over and over again.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So maybe that guy.
Yeah. So I was thinking Damian Wayne,
Yeah,
the fourth Robin, just
yep.
because he's like a little kid who's like trained to be a killer. And Walter Tell is a little kid who takes an arrow through the head.
Yeah. Both of those sound really good. All right, I'm gonna go for another one. We'll keep moving. Maybe we'll get someone that people know. Oh, here. Okay, I don't know if you've heard of this guy. His name is Kermit the Frog.
The Frog. See, and that's exactly what I was hoping to avoid. Like, it's like, what are you like? Oh, Kermit the Frog is Captain America. Kermit the Frog is Superman or whatever. Like,
Yeah, too bad you got Kermit the Frog. Who would he be in the superhero world?
He would be Captain America or Superman.
He would be. I mean, that's the obvious answer.
That's
You
the
know.
thing, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so
I love that guy.
do we want to go obscure? Does he have to be like? Does he have to be like?
He's Frog Thor. The time
He's
that
supreme. He's the Image Comics knockoff of Superman. Supreme.
no, well, I like that he's Frog Thor. He's because he's a frog and he's worthy of lifting Thor's hammer. I imagine.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true. Frog Thor. I forgot
yeah,
about that.
yeah, that's a guy.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
go ahead. Maybe you'll get someone slightly less obscure than or
I,
more obscure than
I
Kermit the Frog.
I got someone very more obscure than Kermit the Frog, which is the Fuzz Brothers.
Oh man, is that Jim Henson and Jerry Nelson's chins
Yes,
upside down singing opera?
that is Jim Henson and Jerry Nelson's Chins Upside Down Singing Opera, which is now available on Disney Plus. That's a season 4 episode.
Wow,
So
that's a real thing that you could watch right now on
yeah,
Disney Plus. Wow, who would the Fuzz Brothers be? They're maybe the weirdest thing that the Muppet Show has ever done.
yes.
God, I'm completely drawing a blank. No, do you have any thoughts while I'm thinking?
I mean, I feel like it's someone like Power Brother the Geek, or
Yeah,
like, or like, I mean, maybe like Clayface if you want to be a little less obscure, like who can like mold himself into any image or whatever. But
yeah, yeah.
Power Brother the Geek is like an elemental of weirdness in it.
Brother Power the Geek is whatever you think the word combination of Brother Power the Geek is. It's not nearly as weird as he actually is, and you're probably better off just with whatever's in your imagination. I'm gonna move on. We're gonna go with Leslie and Warren.
Oh, Leslie and Warren, not Leslie and Warren,
Right.
correct?
This is Leslie and Warren.
So in the what obviously the Leslie and Warren episode,
Yeah.
um, there is both Leslie and Warren, and then later on Leslie and Warren. So for that reason, I'm saying that Leslie and Warren are duo damsel from the Legion of Superheroes,
Yeah.
which used to be a character named Triplicate Girl who could make 3 of herself, but then one of them died because the Legion of Superheroes is a soap opera for some reason. And then she changed from being Triplicate Girl, which would be Leslie and Warren, to Duo Damsel, which is Leslie and Warren.
Wow. It's also worth mentioning that Leslie and Warren are pickles. Or sorry, cucumbers. They're cucumbers.
Yeah, of course.
Man, I love this show.
So the next one is ZZXKL.
Okay, so this is the car that gets arrested in a Bear on Patrol sketch.
Yes, it is.
And although he's not a car himself, I'm going to say this is Space Cabbie,
Space Cabbie, who drives a cab in space.
that's exactly what he is and what he does. He is, I mean, after like what the Batmobile, it's
Yeah.
maybe like
Or
the
the,
most interesting vehicle in DC Comics,
or the Aeromobile.
or the Supermobile that has 2 giant fists on it that punch.
Yeah, no, I like Space Cabbie. Let's go with that.
Yeah, Space Cabbie's great.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Space Cabbie?
Most
All right.
people.
This one is the Singing Weatherman. Do you know who the Singing Weatherman is? This is a season 5 episode that's never been released.
I do not know who the singing was. Is it the Gene Kelly episode?
No, this one is from the Gladys Knight episode.
Oh, an episode that I've seen several times.
Yeah,
So I
this
don't.
guy, he is the patient in a veterinarian's hospital sketch,
Oh, that
and
makes
he's a
sense.
weatherman who sings things like "Stormy Weather" and "Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head" and "Hail, Hail, the Gang's All Here."
Okay, so he's got to be the music meister,
Oh,
right?
that's funny because I was thinking Weather Wizard.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah,
He's-
both.
Those are like his two dads. He's like a combination of music meister and weather wizard.
Oh man. Yep.
So the next one is going to be the Snuffs.
Oh wow. Okay, so the Snouths. Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind for the Snouths, obviously the backup singers for Mana in the titular song Mana, is if Mana was I'm thinking two different things. If Mana was basically a Batman villain, then the Snouths would be his hench
Henchman.
henchmen. And the
Henchmans, yeah.
two things that come to mind are uh, Riddler has two identical henchmen. I think their names are Query and something else. I don't recall. And in like Batman Beyond Future, Joker's has the two like Harley Quinn type Dee Dee. I think their names are Dee Dee and Dee Dee. So yeah, I guess I'll go with Dee Dee and Dee Dee
Because they're identical.
because they're identical and there's
Yeah,
two of them.
yeah, that's a good one. I was
And
gonna
yeah,
say, I was gonna say Drew Barrymore and Debbie Mazar in Batman Forever as Two Face, Sugar and Spice, but it was better.
all right, next we got the Flying Zucchini Brothers.
Ooh,
Classic.
that's a good one.
That is
Yeah,
a good one. That's the kind of thing I was really hoping would come up in this game.
right, right. So the Flying Zucchini Brothers, I think it's key to point out that they don't actually fly; they shoot themselves out of cannons.
Right? They're not actually zucchinis. I don't
Right.
think they're brothers. They don't look alike.
No, right. So there's like basically stuntmen who shoot themselves out of cannons. So that's why I'm going to say that they are Golden Age Superman, because Superman in the Golden Age can't fly. He can leap tall buildings in a single bound. And that's kind of like the Flying Zucchini Brothers, who could presumably shoot themselves out of a cannon in order to leap a tall building.
I love that. I love that. And my first thought was the Daredevil villain Stiltman,
Oh yeah. Good
who is
one.
he's a supervillain who uses stilts. And then there's another one I just read about the other day, a female version of Stiltman, and her name is Lady Stiltman.
Ah,
That's a
that,
thing. Comics kids.
wow. Comics are something.
They sure are. All right,
All right.
let's do a couple more.
All right. So the next one I got is Zuzu Fitzwaller.
Oh man, okay, which one is Zuzu Fitzwaller? I know the name. I can't think of who it is off the top of my head.
The Hungarian water juggler seen in the Linda Lavin episode.
Oh man,
Jerry
he's a
Nelson.
he's a water juggler.
I guess it's a guy. Yeah, Zuzu. Yeah.
Zuzu.
Jerry Nelson wearing like a plaid suit and a rumpled hat and heavy eyelids.
Okay, he's a water juggler. I guess it has to be Tempest, the former Aqualad.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Who has water manipulation powers.
Aqualad, aka Tempest, aka Garth, because eventually his superhero name just became Garth.
That's his name.
Yeah,
that's what they did.
Yeah.
All right, one more from me. Oh, the Paul Williams Muppets.
Okay, so the Paul Williams Muppets would be Goody Rickles. Goody Rickles is the DC Universe version of Don Rickles, and the Paul Williams Muppets are the Muppet versions of Paul Williams.
I got a good one. They're the Penguin because Paul Williams did the voice of the Penguin in Batman the Animated Series.
He totally did. I remember that.
He did. Paul Williams. Love that guy.
I saw that one.
All right, Anthony, let's bring it on home. Give us one more.
Right, one more.
And then we will end this madness. What are we even doing here?
Brilliant premise. Okay. Loading slowly. The game does not want to end. Um, all right. So the final one that we are going to do is TR Rooster. TR Rooster.
Wow, TR Rooster. Um, wow. All right, let me think. So he's pretty cocky, you know,
Mhm.
because he's a rooster. And yeah, I'm gonna say he's Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
You know, I think if TR could take down Superman, he would.
You
That's
think
that's my
so?
thought. And
Yeah.
also, he ran for president that one time. Remember that?
TR Rooster.
And
That is,
I heard that Jesse Eisenberg wants to play TR Rooster in a movie too. I heard that.
oh no. Oh
That's
no.
right.
No. No. Okay, well, I was gonna say Toyman. And since Jesse Eisenberg actually played Toyman in Batman, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, then that works. There you go. The end.
Wow. All right. And there we are at the end of this ridiculous game of comic book characters and random Muppet Show episodes. Anthony, this has been a delight. This has been one of the most fun half hours of my entire week. So thank you.
Man, thanks for being my friend. That's all.
Of course, thank you, and thank you to everyone who watched this. I don't know why you did, but thank you for watching it nonetheless. Make sure you're reading toughpigs.com and following us on all of our social media channels. If you want more of Anthony, he is on the Moving Right Along podcast every single week, in which they're going through the Muppet movies 2 minutes at a time. And you guys are in the middle of Muppets Take Manhattan as of right now.
Yeah, coming up on halfway through Mistake
Wow,
Manhattan.
that's
So pretty
awesome.
exciting. Yeah.
And yeah, keep on watching the Muppet Show on Disney Plus. Keep on reading comics. Let us know if there's if we missed anything. And if you like this for some reason, then maybe we'll do it again sometime because this was ridiculous. What a blast. Thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye bye.